The chaplain of White County Sheriff's Office wears many hats, serving in law enforcement and pastoring for more than 3 decades. David Copeland would tell you he's just doing his job. But people like Danielle Davidian would say otherwise.
To me, he's my hero. He was there at my darkest moment at my daddy's funeral. And now as a grown woman, he's still there.
Danielle's father was shot to death in his Higginson Police Department patrol car back in 1997, forcing her and her sisters to grow up without their father. But it's Chaplain Copeland who stepped up to the plate to fill that void.
He's even came this year to my daughter's homecoming game for cheer, and that was something my dad was supposed to be there for. And it was nice to have that person that has watched us grow up, and here he is watching my daughter grow up like my dad would.
You see, being a chaplain is so much more than just making tough phone calls. They show up and help people navigate some of the worst times in their lives. But as you can imagine, the pandemic and COVID restrictions have altered how they do their job.
It's made it a little more difficult to connect with people in some ways,
Yeah.
way that I'd like to.
Copeland says it's his faith and support of friends, family, and coworkers that keep him going. I
feel like, called to do it, and it's not a job everybody would want. If someone said, I wouldn't do what you do for $1 million, neither would I. If it wasn't for the calling, I wouldn't do it.
And at a time like this, the world could use even more people like Copeland. During this pandemic, human contact has been limited, but he hasn't let the virus change his mission.
And then I found this quote, it's, everyone wants to be the sun to brighten up someone's life, but why not be the moon to shine on someone's darkest hour? And the role of a chaplain kind of does that.
Delivering a personal touch in a time of need is why Chaplain David Copeland is an unsung hero. Reporting for THV 11 News, Marlisa Goldsmith.